Greetings, fellow Terrans. ResMcKee here with our 6th initiative Let's Play. And we are hopefully going to try to take a hit on one of the aliens and do some science on the resulting corpse. And to help that, we're going to recruit the Serbian Mafia. Gives them an extra espionage point, which he desperately needs to try and actually succeed. Don't have anything else. There's this criminal org for Russia, but it's only one espionage, not particularly amazing. I will pick up, I think, Presidio. Wait, I'm already maxed out on orgs, so I'm not going to bother with that. I don't need any more biotech orgs for my one. I mean, that in theory would be a decent one as well. It gives me 2 espionage. Can't pick up a couple of the other criminal orgs. I don't have points in their countries. Yeah, I can afford it. So my hacker here, I don't need. Well, this one will give me assassinate too, but so I'm gonna pull off probably Oliver and Zenobia to be able to put on landmark. That's an extra 2 espionage. Might give me a chance there. So let's see if I can figure out how to handle this research org thing. So I'm gonna move you there, and I'm going to buy. Where is it? There. And that uses up his room. He loses 1 investigation with it. Oh well, can't do anything about that. Who else could use the investigation? Those guys are pretty full, so I'm gonna put those guys there. There we go. So he's a little bit less likely to succeed on his investigation here. I'm going to bump the ops up a little bit. And I think we're good. We're just researching various small things as well as pushing to regain control over one of these science global techs, so I can continue advancing towards the Cooper Belt. The Cooper Belt rush. So let's go. Let's go a little fast. Oh, he stayed in Russia. Good.
Going silent.
You're hiding because you were being targeted by people. He's doing abductions. Okay. And he's very likely to succeed. Op center, yep, that's very important.
Asset acquired.
And we got a social science org. Not from the person we have a non-aggression pact with. We are not going to target resistance unless it's really important. Okay, so we have full knowledge on him now. And there's panic about aliens. Let's see here. I don't want to kill my cohesion. It's already not ideal. I could lose government score. I really don't want to do that either. I could reduce cohesion, boost unrest. I gain a bunch of money and influence by selling things that will protect us against aliens. I mean, we're about to see if guns work, so we'll find out, I guess. No sense in waiting until the researchers have done the research. We can just sell the product right away. That's how marketing works, right? Yeah, I think that's actually the good choice. And this is initiative only choice. So we'll lose some cohesion. We'll get it back. It'll take up. And Unrest will go up, but that's fine. It'll stay below 2. Yeah. So I get a bunch of money and influence. And it does reduce science a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, core 3. I don't need this because I just need to get to 2 to get to the compact. I do want corridor diplomacy, though. Yeah, once strategic lobbying finishes, let's grab and add corridor. That'll help me with my federation of all the Eastern European countries. And I'll be back with the next mission phase when we perhaps set up for an assassination on this Xenoform Alpha 3. And next mission phase, we have a 30% chance to succeed. Not ideal, but as long as he doesn't go into away from Eurasian Union, Russia, he goes back over to stays in Russia. We'll have that 3 bonus from the Eyewitness Council. He doesn't have hard target, just has survivor. So we're gonna go for it. I got plenty of ops income to pay for a couple of swings. So this is not an easy XCOM mission that Zhao is leading, I guess. I don't know why a hacker's in charge, but he is. We have a lot of criminal orgs helping in this case. This is not really a government operation here. But if I can succeed here, then we can advance the storyline, and I think that's what's necessary in order to. Well, that's necessary to get some of to set our goals. We need to get the Ferricites, and there's some great orgs for initiative when you do that. So I want to take the shot. We'll see. Let's. Yep, they stayed. Okay, so we have 30% chance here. Doing more abductions. Oh, and we have restored Warsaw Pact. Which, that doesn't give me as many claims as I thought it would. I thought it would get me claims down here, but apparently not. It's just Poland, Czechoslovakia. It's like Romania too. Well, that's disappointing. I'll grab it after I probably get corridor diplomacy. So it's not really urgent to get after all. Fission, yep, that's important. We no longer have interrogation going on. Sure, sure. And we got it. XCOM mission succeeded. They're going to queue up an attack on us, but we did it. We can now research Hydra biology. We have obtained an attacked body. Return to our labs has been a challenge. Its cellular structure began to deteriorate. It's been genetically programmed failsafe for their counselors, but we stuck it into cryo storage. More problematically, people have fallen into unexplicable stupor. We may now do a post-mortem.
Satisfying result. Let's see what we can learn from the autopsy.
Yeah. And yeah, we killed some of their bodyguards. We think they're part of the servants. You might remember from the Academy playthroughs, this was a much more difficult operation. A lot of people died. We tried to offer them surrender. Initiative doesn't care about that. We're just going to kill it. Not because we want to hate, not because we're humanity first, but because we just, it's most efficient. So we're going to research Hydra biology. I'll switch over to that when it happens. And we did it. We got a kill. All right, so I have started the next mission phase. I'm actually going to move now on Hungary because now I've realized this is a country that I could get claims on for Russia, and with that project, and it's pretty wide open because 2 of the points are cracked down and vulnerable for me to grab. Also, it already has one of its mission control already done, so mission control, yay! I also have some interesting orgs here, so I grabbed another admin org that's just criminal, so he has some more room now for more things. Not that he needs the espionage right now. He's good. He's in good shape. But there's also a couple interesting orgs here. There's a science org for energy. There's a science org for life, two 15%ers. I probably will try to reorganize and maybe dump some of my smaller science orgs and replace them with these to be more efficient with how many orgs I'm using. For instance, he's maxed out. So if I could toss a couple of these life science orgs that are like less efficient, so like I can remove these two, that's equivalent to 15, and I get another 15. And the ones that I'm looking at, like they have, not that one, but this one here, like it has bonuses to welfare. This bonuses to knowledge, so that's a little bit better. It reduces science output a tiny bit because it's like 19 and 29 versus 40. But it does give some more bonuses, and it gives me more room to do additional things, like putting an extra org on him with his admin at when I get his admin up to 25. So I'll be doing that off screen, and I'm also I have some stations that have been upgraded. These three have been upgraded. This one, yeah, it won't let me upgrade here, but I can upgrade here. So I'm going to upgrade. Well, actually, I'll pause on upgrading you, and I will focus on. I'm going to build out my three new size 2. So I'm also going to do that off screen, and then I'll come back and show you what I've done. So be back in just a little bit when I make those changes. All right, so I've rearranged all the orgs. I've started building additional space science labs. Another 3 here. So there's going to be 6 here, and then another 6 here. I'm pretty far away from getting the tier 2 science lab, so I need to have quantity as opposed to quality, right? And I am going to get the better tier 2 solar array collectors pretty soon. I'm researching it now. I switched over to research it. But until that's done, I'm going to need to build up some more boost and continue to expand. But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be putting in more tier 1 labs, upgrading the ones I have, upgrading the tier 1 stations and so on. Yeah, I think I'm good in terms of missions here. I'm moving on Hungary now. And be back when next thing happens. So we've seized advanced heat management concepts. We get a pick. I could go for these ones, but I'd want to get the tier 2 research labs. Which, in order to do that, I have to get, where was it? I was looking at it, and now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, yeah. I need the quantum computing, which is, where is it? Yeah, so I need a lot of stuff. But I need the directed research. Which requires the quantum computing, which requires the photonic computing. Also, you get global listening network targeting computer, so it's a good one to pick up. And it's very cheap, so I'm going to do that. It should finish quite quickly, and I'm about to finish corridor diplomacy. And now, once that's done, I will probably start working on the story project, researching that corpse that we grabbed. But continuing to work, trying to grab countries that'll actually get Russia. They merged Romania in, so I can't grab Romania for Russia anymore, at least as nearly as easily. So I might need to like, crack into European Union or try to break them free. I'm not sure if that would work. They're pretty tightly, they have a pretty good grip there, so I'm probably going to have to abandon Romania for a while. That's okay. Poland or Czechoslovakia, I think would have gained claims on them, and they're good countries to grab. So that's what's going down on Earth, and I'll be back when next thing happens. All right, and I am doing some more federations with the Baltic states here. So Lithuania doesn't have mission control yet, so I'm going to do Lithuania first. And then next up will be Estonia. I should probably remove Latvia at some point soon, although I don't really want to unify them in. I have plenty of space. And if I unify them in, then Eurasian Union loses, it's going to be a hostile region. So I don't prefer not to do it until I either am forced to or I get government score higher and that won't penalize me. It's slowly working its way up. Once I complete all my mission control, I'll probably push more on government to try and get my government score better for Russia. Okay, so it looks like the servants are starting to move in on China. They certainly have the public support for it. That probably puts them way over their cap. Oh, not that far over, actually. So I probably won't be able to take China. By the time I would have room to start going in, like servants already have started locking it down. I'm probably better off trying to pick off like Poland and Czechoslovakia in order to merge them in with the new Warsaw Pact. Than I am tussling over a country I'm not really well equipped to go after. It's unfortunate that United States and China are going to be controlled by someone else, but that's okay. I kind of forced myself to do that when I made this suboptimal pick. Yeah. And I probably just use my extra room over here in Eastern Europe. And then after that, I don't know, like going for Western Europe probably is my best choice. I have a non-aggression pact with the guys who control China or United States. I could try to go after China. I might try to like just break up China. Because once they're in, it's going to be really hard to kick them out, and I'm not going to be able to get access to them for a while. But yeah, still pushing for Hungary. Investigating someone who's messing around in way out east. And continuing to federate for future unification once Russia sort of fixes the government. Okay, be back when next things happen. All right, so next mission phase. I've done a little looking at things off screen, and Russia will eventually get claims on like the Balkans over here, but not until I get the final Russian claim tech. So I think I will probably merge a lot of things into Serbia, basically form Yugoslavia, and that'll be a partner to Russia until we can actually fully merge it in. So I'll be working towards that, and I'll need to ally a few countries to Serbia so they can eventually federate and merge together. I'll be working on that as well, along with the Eurasian Union growing. Yeah, so that is kind of the new thing for this mission phase. And I'll be continuing to expand on space as well as I accumulate enough boost to actually do that. And a very nasty event. I can't remember if this triggers only once or it can trigger multiple times, but either pay an absurd amount of boost, 100, or a much lower amount, just 1,000 money, but it requires default space command, or you just eat a 20% mission control drop, which is about 7 or so, which is survivable. I have way in excess of my cap. And my understanding is that going over is really penalizing now. It used to be really not penalizing. but with the new 1.0 release, you really don't want to go over ever. So having a gap is good. Oh, good, we got the science org.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
And still need quite a few more to max out that bonus there. But I'm working on it. Buying orgs, stealing orgs when I have the opportunity. Well, the AI loves to equip the orgs, and then I can't take it, but that's okay. All right, so that is that event I wanted to talk about, and be back when next thing happens. Just wanted to point out I'm going to now be federating our first country with Serbia. Hooray. And I am spending an absurd amount of influence, maximum amount, just to get a 70% chance to crack down the executive for Hungary, trying to get control there. And in anticipation of the Warsaw Pact completing, I'll have hydrobiology done pretty soon. And we're going to see what the AI pick for 2 techs in just a couple days. So I'm going to keep going and see what they pick, see if we get that successful crackdown.
Unless you two want to be showered
Gas
with
core.
lead, make damn sure the cooling circuit doesn't break.
Why?
Oh, and
No. No, gas cores. It's 20,000, guys. Pick something cheap that everyone needs. That's not a good choice. That's just like, we don't need this right now. There's all sorts of cheap things. Like, oh, lasers. We don't even have high energy lasers yet. And okay, yeah, I don't think that matters.
mission canceled.
Ah, okay. They must have equipped the org. Oh well.
One would not send a sword
Arrival law. So arrival law is not bad. It unlocks some criminal orgs and also is needed for some useful projects too. So it's a pretty good one to pick up if you have a criminal or counselor, because those criminal orgs are great. Not the greatest of choices for one of them, but that's okay. And we're going to federate in Serbia, and we'll see if we get that Hungary success. Oh, okay, so we found in the Martian base. I guess we were first. So the outpost has arrived. We have to wait until January before we actually get mines going, but we got some science. So we're going to finish hydrobiology and photonic computing even faster. Okay, and I mean, if they want to burn their research to complete this, awesome. Okay, they failed. I will try again and be back when hopefully we succeed and have full control of Hungary. Or hydrobiology complete, which will probably be, actually hydrobiology will complete first. All right, so next mission phase, continuing to try and grab Hungary. I'm going for that same org here. It's a 2-star social science org. We'll see if I can, if they equip it on someone and I can't get it again or not. And we are about to finish photonic computing. There we go. Yeah, we don't need to hear from Judith. And to continue going down towards the tier 2 science, I'm going to go for advanced neural networks. Has some good projects that will enable for us. In addition to that, the other kind of major option would be going for getting to mission to outer planets. But I'm not really ready to push for that, and I'm not going to try and rush it quite so hard because I'm not going to be nearly on as much of a clock since I'm playing veteran and I'm not playing the hardest faction too. Let's just, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one eventually to get. Let's wait a couple days. Oh, we got it. Nice. Excellent. So I have an extra 10% on social science now. once I get to that. And we've completed Hydra biology. So we have done an autopsy. We did a pre-autopsy. Then we did an actual autopsy.
Perhaps there's an angle for our pharmaceutical division.
And we've discovered, we think, how they're able to control humans. They have some sort of free-floating cells that produce chemicals, very similar to some drugs. Of course, if you've played before, you know that they are correct. Now we can research Hydra ferrocytes. Which we'll unlock hopefully soon. Okay, so next tech. I'm already doing social science, info, and energy. Yeah, I think a hydroponic spade would be good. I'm out of, obviously I'm really tight on volatiles and water. I'm also really tight on boost. So that would be useful. I don't think I need to rush it though, because it'll finish in a few days anyways. I think I'll actually prioritize the Warsaw Pact just to get that off my plate, and then I can put on a different project. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And it'll be a while before anything else like that happens. So I'll be back soon. And we got the crackdown in Hungary. So Hungary, next mission phase, I'll have Yongsheng with his one espionage run a purge. He'll succeed because it's crackdown. It's going to be really easy. But we have Hungary just in time for Warsaw Pact to finish, and we have claim, we can federate and start continuing to grow Russia. Very nice. Good job, guys. All right, so this is an interesting event. I'm pretty sure this is a new event as well. I don't remember ever seeing this. And if you had tons of boost, which I don't have, I'm almost out. Although it's going to be fine in a couple days, my mine will come online and start producing water and volatiles. So I'll be positive again. But I could spend a lot of boost, get some things. Servants can do something with it, which you can't see what happens when you do this anymore. But otherwise, you just get a tiny bit of science. Oh well. And if we wait till January 11, oh, and here we go. Resistance is starting to use their US as a beat stick. I wouldn't choose Ethiopia if I were them, particularly because well, they can get in. They can get in through here, but Ethiopia is not a very valuable country for them to grab. So, kind of a waste of American IP. We're gonna federate. Bosnia is the biggest one, and that'll be investigated next mission phase. Boom! We now have positive water volatiles. We now have very positive boost. I timed it really well. So we now have positive production there. We have positive noble metals. It's going to be way easier to expand using my mission control in Earth orbit. All right, so I'm continuing to pressure public opinion in Slovenia, trying to get the second point there, take it from Project Access. I need lots of public opinion support so I can get a crackdown success on them. Doing more federation with Serbia to form Yugoslavia, and I just randomly got the opportunity to get a spy run Project Exodus, so I took it. And the interesting thing is the AI does like packs, non-aggression, even intelligence sharing. We penetrate Project Exodus. They have intelligence sharing with Humanity First, so we can see everyone we are for Humanity First too. They've actually killed an alien already. Good job, them. So they're doing pretty well there. And like we have great intel on 2 factions, even though we just have 1 spy. Pretty effective thing. So I I think they're the only one that has an intelligence sharing pack. But they use the non-aggression packs. Yeah. Academy is non-aggression with Exodus and resistance too. And we have completed the Ferrosites project. So instead of a Pharaoh, they call it we call it a Ferrosite. It's because it's an actual living cell, so it doesn't wear off. It's extended much longer. That's like sort of hypnosis type thing. So we have better defense.
It seems every alien comes with its own marketing department.
And indeed, this is how they can control other species. It's a biological mind control, very advanced compared to us, of course. And in sufficient quantities, you basically have total control. Obviously, a huge advantage for the Hydra because they can basically walk up to someone and immediately subvert them. However, while they're complex and advanced, they're not really that different. So there's no theoretical reason why we couldn't use the mind control ourselves. Yes, this is why they're the bad guy. This is why initiative is really bad. They decide, yeah, mind control, that's great. Let's do it ourselves. And then secondly, Hydras aren't immune. We can turn the mind control back on them, which is perhaps understandable given that they're doing it to us. But they're not going to stop that. Just a Hydra, of course. We want everything. So we have a couple additional projects now. The Hydra containment, which everyone, well, all of the non super friendly alien factions have to, capture one alive. But this is what unlocks setting our goals. So we increase our control point management by 40. Great. We get a new faction org, which is a good org. And yet, of course, influence, who cares about that? So, and it's only 2,500. Much cheaper than Academy. So I'm actually going to do means. I'm going to do means to an end. That's going to get us that org. It's a great org. And more control point capacity. It'll give us purge. And so I'll be able to slap it on like Xiao here. He's going to get a bunch of espionage from it. He's going to get purge, so then he's going to be my main espionage guy instead of for this guy with one espionage. It'll be a huge improvement. Pretty much every faction besides Academy, their faction org is great. You should always try to grab it when possible, because you can't lose the org. It generally gives great stats and good missions, lots of great things. Except Academy. Academy's org is pretty bad. Okay, and so that is, I think, everything for this episode. We've had a great success. That was a super lucky kill, 30% chance, but XCOM mission succeeded. Great job there. And that means we can get to our faction org really quickly, which is great, because getting to that faction org quickly is going to really help us. We're going to be able to swoop in and grab more of Eastern Europe. I'll be moving in on, definitely on Albania, Slovenia, probably go for Croatia. Czechoslovakia and Poland would be good choices too, because again, I have claims on them. Russia's got claims on them now. Nothing for Austria. Bulgaria would be a good choice too. We have claims there. Now, Russia can't take those countries without getting a bunch of hostile regions, which would be painful to deal with because of the low government score. But once Russia fills out mission control here, I'm going to run economy welfare and, more importantly, push heavily on government and unity to clear out those. Well, push heavily on government and also a little bit of unity to clear out the current hostile regions, which we're making good progress. Kiev will be pacified soon, and get the government score higher. If I can get up to like 4 or 5, I can start merging in a few of the anocracies and low democracies countries. Maybe Hungary, definitely not Czechoslovakia or Poland. But that's the idea. So we're making great progress here, advancing the story. We have some great production of water and volatiles. I'll probably do a little bit of. I'm actually saving a little more boost. I think it's probably worth trying to grab another Mars site. On veteran, you can stay below the hate cap more easily. And there's plenty of good sites available. No one has actually claimed anything besides the moons. Andy first took the moons for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. They're not that great. But I would like to have more metals, noble metals, or fizzles, even just water and volatiles. Would be great to have more of that too. So maybe 1 or 2 more mines here, and that'll be my limit. It probably will give me enough industry to really grow Earth more, which is going to be important. And then with that industry in space, out to the Kuiper belts, which Pluto is a great choice because it's way on the opposite side. So Pluto will be the first target, just like the previous campaign. All right, so those are my grand plans for dominating the solar system. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that others can find this video too. And I will see you all next week.